Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new project. Go to add project, and this one will be my course project. You want to be on the pay-as-you-go plan to use any of the APIs. So make sure you confirm. And because our project is enabled, we'll be set there. Let's continue. If you want to add Google Analytics, you can. I'm not going to, because I'm not going to set all that up yet. This will take just a little bit, but once it's set up, we will have a project, and then we can start allowing users to do things with it. So first thing first, I just want to take you through Firebase and give you a small overview if you have not used Firebase before. So Firebase has a lot of different features. They have an authentication piece. So if you want to, we'll go ahead and set up authentication maybe later, but it's a pretty great experience. We're going to use the database. So go ahead, create a Firestore database, start it in test mode. It's just easier. US Central is fine. So I'll typically go through my project and just create all this stuff real quick, just so I don't have to do it later and worry about it. Because it's a pain when you're trying to debug, and it's because you've never set up a database. So it's going to provision the Firestore database right now, which is their version 2 of the real-time database. So the real-time database had some issues. Being a NoSQL database, you have to keep everything really flat. And I mean, it was great when it was first around, but they've improved it quite a bit. So great. So we have our databases. You have the real-time database and the Cloud Firestore. Let's go to storage and get this set up as well. Storage. Get started. Yes. Right now we just, central. And that's where we want it to be. Great. So we'll create our default bucket. So you can see this is what we have to do, just go through and things. Okay. So we have our project set up. Now let's go and do some configuring. So we need to go to project overview. So if you click up here on the little gear, we can go to project settings. In there, we need to add an application to our project. So this is a web app, so we'll go with the web. And this will be the course front end demo. We're going to set up Firebase hosting for it as well. If you don't want to set up hosting right now, you don't have to. You can do that later. They have these services here. We're going to go ahead and use firebase-tools. That's what we want. So copy and paste. The npm command into your terminal. So I'm going to create a new one here. And so we can see, great. So let's do the npm install -g firebase-tools. So this globally installs firebase-tools on your computer. I've already done it, but I'll do it again. So we're going to install the Firebase-tools. This will allow us to use Firebase services from the command line and set up our project that way, and it's fantastic. Okay, great. Now let's also let's go back to our documentation. Now we can do a Firebase login. Real quick. let's install Firebase into our project as well. npm install Firebase. And then once we have Firebase and the Firebase tools, then we can actually work on logging in and going through these next steps. Great. So we've got those. Let's do the next one, which is npm install. I'm sorry, that's not it. It's Firebase login. So go ahead and do Firebase login. I'll allow them to have some more information. Let's go ahead and log into the account. Bam, you should see Firebase CLI login successful. Okay, great. Now we can do Firebase init. So that means in the command line, we are logged in to Firebase. It's kind of like the Heroku when you can sign in. They have a command line tool. So same thing with Firebase. So next thing we do is, let's go check the documentation. Yeah, Firebase init. So what that is going to say is, hey, let's initialize Firebase. Whoa, what do you know? Look at that. Looks pretty cool, huh? Now we're gonna go through a few questions here. So are you ready to proceed? Yes. All right. First things first. What features do we want set up? So we're gonna use your spacebar to select or to put a check mark, a little star in it, and then the down arrow to do it. So we're gonna set up a database, Firestore, functions, hosting, storage. I don't know what emulator. Let's do all of them. We want the whole kabang. We're going to use an existing project. What is this existing project? You should see the one we just created, which is my course project. Bam. Now, what file should we use for database rules? So for that, we're just going to hit enter and accept the default. What file should be used for Firebase rules? The Firestore rules. Again, default. What file should be used for the Firestore indexes? Default. What language would you like to use to write cloud functions? This is up to you. I'm going to use JavaScript. Do I want to enforce ESLint style? You should, but I don't, because I'm a bad developer. Do you want to install dependencies with npm now? Yes. Sounds like with npm now, like the product is npm now, but it's really saying no, npm now. All right, what do you want to use as your public directory? We're actually going to use one called build on this. And do we want to configure it as a single page application? I'm going to say no. Great. Now, what file should be used for storage rules? Default. And then I believe emulator. Which Firebase emulators do you want to set up? Press B to select it. Then confirm press. Press A to start them all. 5001 is fine. 8080, sure. We're just gonna default on all of these guys, and we're gonna download them. The reason we're gonna use these emulators is so that we can test everything. Otherwise, you have to push it to the cloud, wait for it to propagate, then do your testing, realize it's not working, change your code, re-push it, and it's very slow and very time consuming. But we are all done with Firebase. So congratulations. You will now see a lot of different folders in here, and we'll go over those right now. So the first thing is this file, firebase filerrc thingy. Okay. This allows the Firebase to know which app to use and will give a name like default that will point to the Firebase app you named in your Firebase console. Okay. Let's go to the Firebase JSON. What is this file? This lets Firebase know where to find the rules we can define in our app. Our database indexes we create, Firebase, a pre-index our database. We will go through this later in the tutorial. And also where the build folder exists that Firebase will deploy to the web. With create React app, we will run a command later on npm that will build and generate a build folder using Webpack. So, it's great. Let's go look at our storage rules next. So we have our database rules, our storage rules. So these are all things you can update and change, and changing them here with the store rules, firestore rules, and things like that will change them in here. So your database here, your storage here, these rules up here will be changed when you change them in your code here in push. So it's kind of cool. Next thing, let's go to our git ignore package and add in under our node modules. Let's do functions / node modules. Okay, great, because we don't need those to do all that as well.